good evening, and Happy New Year to everyone across the world. I can't even fathom that I am here right now talking to y'all. Just simply because this year has been absolutely incredible. And just every single moment we've cherished over 12 amazing months. If last year, if we weren't already the first quarter through the 21st century, it certainly will be now. We've reached unbelievable heights that I can't even imagine. For me, entering my adulthood, to breaking 12 minutes into 3,200 by my best friend Nathan Caldwell, and helping me become a varsity runner, from running 62.9 on the track, from witnessing my cousin getting married at my first ever wedding I went to, from graduating with a 95.8 out of all 6 of my classes, from seeing my dad on Father's Day and actually enjoying one I had in a long time, knowing more about Jesus and putting my faith in him, from doing the time trial and feeling like I was on United Airlines Flight 93, just fighting against absolute hell and reaching my goals. Running in honor of Charlie Kirk and my dog Bear. Rest in peace, by the way. From running sub 19 and making the state team. Having my final cross country race at sectionals and making it to state and seeing my friends run amazing. And then for December, where my coach gave me an own WWE belt of his and allowing me to bid my farewell to one of the best sports that I'll ever compete in my entire life. This year has just been absolutely incredible, and I want to thank you all for every single moment. However, there was one thing that I wish I could have done better out of this whole year, and that is holding on to things that I want to let go. And it comes from a lot of things, whether it's fear, anger over little things, or just wanting better stuff out of everything. I've always held on to that, not just this year, but in years past. And always thinking it's the end, and I feel like nothing could be better than this, but it is, and I have to go through this process over and over again. And I feel like I've been diagnosed with a lot more than just autism and ADHD. OCD possibly, anger issues, anxiety, depression, whatever, but there is also one thing I do have that allows me to move forward in this world and make absolutely great decisions. And that is just kindness from the bottom of my heart. I don't know if I had it ever since I was born, or if just simply it was because of the love, help, and support from each and every single one of you. I thank you so much for that in the first place, because if it wasn't for that, and y'all being my inspiration for every day, then I wouldn't have kept going like this. In fact, until the COVID pandemic, if I didn't get all of that going my way, I don't think I would even be here today. Possibly I would be either in debt or in jail. One of those two options. Because I just don't know how I came from, like, in middle school, not expecting to even make it to 8th grade, to now me being a senior and just being one step closer to graduating with honors. And it's just absolutely incredible. I am here today not just to tell my speech, but just to celebrate and commemorate this moment for having the best year of my life, and definitely thinking about stuff I could have improved from this year, probably just with my confidence and my self-esteem. But other than that, everything was just amazing, beautiful. And there's only one thing I would rewrite about myself, it's just that thing I just mentioned, and definitely putting my faith more in Jesus. I love Jesus with all my heart, and I believe in him, and I talk about him every day. But I haven't gotten closer to him in a long time since I told my story in December of last year. And I feel like I just don't want to have that moment again. But I want to have it every single day of my life. Every moment, every minute, every hour, like 3 times a day, every week, every month, every year. like just all the time. I do not want to lose my faith in Jesus, because it is a true fact from one of my leaders said a few weeks ago. And he says that 70% of all high schoolers lose their faith in Jesus after graduating. And I do not want to be one of those people in the 70%. So, while 2025 has been absolutely incredible, my hope for 2026 and beyond is that I put my faith in Jesus more than I've ever had before, and just talking to him, because I understand with some of y'all that like there could be a situation going on in your life that you feel like you don't even need to talk to Jesus, or just don't want to talk to Jesus because you're afraid of what he could do to you. I've had that feeling before too, when my dad passed away, and I looked at God and I told him, what did I do to deserve this? And sometimes I even shame myself, saying it should have been me who died that day if my family would have been better. But I do realize that I was only 9. I was almost 9.5 years old at the time, and it was very sad. And that was also a time where I didn't understand a lot of things in life. Mostly a 9-year-old would understand a whole lot of stuff, but I hardly remembered anything other than a few good facts about history and trains and all that, because that was really my passion. But it was just a really hard time, and it's just, yeah, definitely a hard time. And I've unfortunately had to have that same feeling again almost a decade later, when my dog passed away in September of 2025, and that hit me hard, because now I'm like the last man left to represent my family. And another goal I have for New Year's is that I try taking better care of myself with my eating habits, my sleep, and everything, because I am a healthy kid, but sometimes I don't really show it. I'm kind of a bit of a junkie, and yeah, pretty much I really need to just like take care of myself, so that way I'm just healthier to keep living a healthy life. Because if I keep doing the bad stuff I am now, if I don't clear it up soon, then it's gonna affect me like long into my 20s, 30s, and my older years. And also to save up more, because now that I'm about to roll in the Corps of Cadets and study mass communication at the University of North Georgia, Dahlonega, I feel like it's a good time to save for college, and definitely ask my bosses for more work hours, shift hours, just anything. So I feel like this is going to be incredible, because I feel like this year's been amazing and it's about to be over. But next year, 2026, is about to be, it might be the craziest year of my life by far. I understand 2025 was the best year I will ever live through my life, but 2026 might be the craziest, because I'm about to be out of my parents' house, about to be entering a whole new chapter of things in life that I've never even heard of before, and it's just going to be insane. But, as long as I have God by my side, everything will be okay. As Joshua 1:9 states, in the end, for your Lord will be with you wherever you go. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear the enemy, I think is what it says. But pretty much, yeah, guys. So my main conclusion from this speech, pretty much my takeaway from it, if I haven't mentioned this yet, but this year has just been absolutely incredible. And I just want to thank you all so much for everything, for making all my dreams and goals come true. But now I'm entering into 2026. And this gives me a whole another opportunity, and so on, to improve at anything that I missed on, and to definitely shape myself as a better human being. I've been an amazing person my whole life, but I feel like there are just a little bit of things that I could improve on. Not being so hard on myself, giving myself to Jesus every single day, being happy, and definitely just like finding something happy that completely takes the anger out of your mind, whether you want to hold it inside of you or just let it all out. But yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all so much for everything. Y'all are literally the best. I'm so happy that we've had an incredible year. And another reason, my last thing I'm going to say, is why I am wanting this year to be over and this new year to begin, even though I love it so much, is that so that way when this new year starts, everything that I'm holding on, I'm finally letting it go to Jesus. And I've shaped myself into a better human being if I wasn't already this year. And I'm just like so happy and ready for everything that God puts me through every single day. He puts me through a lot of good stuff, a lot of bad stuff, and sometimes in the middle bit of stuff. But the similarity between all those is that Jesus is always there with me, and so with y'all. And I just want to thank you all. I just want to thank y'all so much for everything. Y'all are just incredible. I try my best to give everything back to you as a way of saying thank you. But I'm just going to keep being the person I am, which I've been doing right now. And I just want to thank you all so much. And the final thing I'm going to say is 2025 has been absolutely incredible. And with 2026 probably going to be even crazier. As long as I have Jesus by my side, everything will be okay. And I'm ready to see what it has in store for me and my family, friends, fans, leaders, teachers, coaches, angels, etc. All the people in heaven and earth, heaven, universe, and earth, everything. So, guys, just thank you all so much for everything. And I want to give 2 special shout-outs before I wish y'all a Happy New Year. My first shout-out I want to give to is a guy named PJ, who has been my faithful supporter throughout most of my junior and senior year, pretty much might even before then, but he's been supporting me all this time, and that's why I decided to support him in my very first video clip of my montage of 2025 yesterday. And I will put his YouTube channel in the description so y'all can check him out. He's an amazing guy and insane runner, absolutely incredible legend. His sister goes to college, and she runs for that. And I feel like PJ is going to do the exact same thing because he's just an absolute legend. And PJ, I love you, man. Thank you so much for everything. I call him my Foty, F-O-T-Y, which stands for Fan of the Year, and he will forever be that. So thank you, PJ. And my second shout out is to a guy named Boaz. Boaz is like the younger brother of one of my friends named Ezra. They're both like extremely funny guys, very like really nice people. Come from a great family. They run as well. Ezra's like literally my goat, but Boaz is literally like my #1 fan. Like, he supports me. He talks a lot about me, calls me the goat. Like, he's just literally the best. He comments on everything, subscribes, likes everything. It's just absolutely incredible. PJ does that too, but Boaz is just absolutely incredible. So I would like to shout him out as well for him being my #1 fan and only. So my final awards go to PJ Slits for being my Foty and Boaz Dolan for being my #1 fan. So thank you guys so much. I love y'all. And I wish y'all a Happy New Year. Or as for people who understand the Russian language would say, S Novim Godom Dorogie Tovarishi. S Novim Shastyem.